All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here on a Mother's Day, Sunday morning, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Oris Aquis diver, this one being the 39.5 millimeter version. A real neat watch in the Oris lineup. If you guys are familiar with the Aquis series, they generally run at a 43.5 millimeter case, excuse me. This one comes in at 39.5, so it's going to be a very wearable size. Maybe a size that if you're not into the bigger watch cases, you're definitely going to like this version here. So as with all the standard Aquis models, this is running the caliber 733 from Oris, which is basically a Sellita SW200, some slight modifications. I'll flip it over and we'll see the open case back and take a look at the movement here. Very nice, clean dial layout on this watch. As you can see, these nice rectangular indices all the way around. Clean baton hands for the minute and the hour. Also a nice loomed pip there on the end. Painted on the dial just below 12 o'clock, you have the simple Oris logo there, and down below just above 6 o'clock, it has Aquis and pressure resistant to 30 bar, 300 meters. So it's a 1,000 foot waterproof watch. Like I said, dimension-wise, 39.5 is side-to-side minus the crown, of course. You're looking at just over 45 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, so it's really going to fit the wrist nicely. You're looking at just over 12 millimeters of thickness, which makes this watch very wearable. And now we would talk about the lugs, but this is actually an 11 millimeter lug opening because they have their standard Oris kind of design to their bands and stuff. So you really need to use a Oris band, or I do believe that somebody's making adapters out there so you can use different bands on these watches. But as you can see, it's actually a screwed through lug, an 11 millimeter opening where actually that last lug on the watch, or that last link, actually goes right into the watch there. So if you're going to do something with it, you can buy one of the Oris rubber straps, leather straps, or whatnot. Or like I said, I do believe somebody out there is making aftermarket adapters. 316L stainless steel is what's being used on this watch. As you can see, a very nicely signed crown on this watch. Your screw down crown guards, which is very unique and different to this Oris design watch. Nice brushing along the side of the case. Give this watch a very toolish diver feel. The band, even though it's fully proprietary, is very nice. I say band, but this is actually the bracelet. The bracelet is very proprietary and very, very well made. Nice polishing, just a very clean, well done bracelet on these watches. As you can see, the really nice double push button system here on the bracelet make a very nice and secure connection there. There is no diver's clasp on this or anything like that, or safety clasp, but nice signed Oris buckle there. Now this watch, if I didn't mention it before, this watch is from the personal collection of Chris Marshall over at Marshall Time. So I'll leave a link to his channel down below. You guys can check it out. Looking at the back of the watch here, you can see the Swiss-made Oris and High Mech. That's an addition or a decoration they've done on the Sellita SW200. Swiss-made watch, sapphire crystal, of course, on this watch, giving you the reference number and that 30 bar and 300 meters of water resistance. Very, very nicely done watch. Gets you a little shot there of the stainless steel fold-over clasp, everything numbered on these watches. So Oris, guys, if you're not familiar with Oris as a brand, they're very much a heritage brand, still an independently owned watch company. They were family-owned until I think the late 1920s, and then actually they were purchased by Lacouture, one of the founders of Jaeger Lacouture. So they have an extremely rich history in the watch industry out there, and they're very, very well-made watches. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pause it here in just a minute, and we will get this watch on my 7-inch wrist. And then, of course, we will go out with that traditional loom shot here on the OFD channel. Taking a quick look before we do that at the bezel on this watch. This is a 120-click bezel. Very smooth, a little bit light on the action. It's not a super tight bezel, I did notice on this watch, but it's very precise and it locks in really nice. The bezel insert on the watch, I do believe, is a aluminum bezel insert. Go ahead and zoom in here so we can take a look at that. Clean, nice design on it. It appears to be either aluminum or it's a polished stainless or a brushed stainless steel insert. I'm not quite sure, but indices done very nicely. Taking a look at the indices on the dial itself, they're all applied with this chrome surround on them and done very, very nice. So good looking watch. The SW200, of course, has a date window, and they've put it down here at the 6 o'clock position. I forgot to point that out to you guys, but good looking piece. Let's go ahead and pause this and get this watch on my 7-inch wrist. All right, so there's the watch on my 7-inch wrist. Fits really good at this 39.5. I mean, personally, I'm a 40 plus guy. I kind of like, I finally have realized that 42 is really my sweet spot, 40 to 42. But this 39.5 wears really well. For size comparison, I actually have my Borealis Sea Storm down here in 41.5. So you guys can get an idea of the size difference on these two watches. Very similar case size and design, but this is a 41.5 here compared to a 39.5. So that 2 millimeters of difference you can see there on the wrist. So good looking piece. Chris, thank you for loaning this watch out to me, to the channel. Let's go ahead and dim the lights here so we can go out with that traditional lume shot here on the OFD channel. All right, guys, so I'm not exactly sure. I think they're using Swiss Superluminova, and I think this is blue, so it's probably going to be the BGW9 variation. Applied nicely because the watch does have really nice lume on it. Take a look at that. Nothing to complain about there. The lume on the Oris is nice. Tight, looks really good. I love that blue lume. I always think the BGW9 looks really nice. So guys, these watches will set you back about $1,200 to $1,500. I'll leave a couple links down below where you guys can check out the Orises over at the website, or where you can pick them up at Joma Shop or on Amazon. Nice looking watches, especially for the price point. You're getting a fully Swiss-made watch from a true heritage brand, as Oris is out there. Been around since 1904, still an independent brand out there in the Swiss watchmaking industry. All right, guys, that is the review of the Oris Aquis 39.5. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. All right, thanks, guys.